Okay, welcome to another video of Business Fix series. So we have yet another problem with us, and then we'll try to debrief that problem, create the problem diagnostics, and try to find a solution for the same. So let's just move ahead. So we have a problem, and who has this problem? Oh, Mr. J has this problem. What is the problem? So Mr. J is saying that we are having orders coming from large customers and corporates, but we are always lagging on delivery, leading to the customer escalation. So despite the fact that their business is growing up and they are having so many orders, yet they could not able to do the delivery on time, and we need to find a reason why they could not able to deliver that particular order on the time. So we need to find the exact reason. But before actually finding the exact reason, let's try to debrief the problem and see what exactly is happening. So if we look at the debriefing of the problem, let's just quickly have a look. So what's happening? When we look at the problem and we try to look at the issues that is impacting the delivery, so problem debrief give us 4 to 5 factors because of which this particular issue is happening. Okay, so let's just look at that then. Big corporate clients consider order issued as soon as they confirm their system. What does this mean? So which means that once the big corporate teams they issue the order, they assume that it has been accepted by the client, and then client is ready to deliver that order on the time. So this is an assumption basis which they assume that they are going to get the delivery as per the time, but this assumption does not hold true because there's a gap in terms of the order being issued by the big corporate and its acceptance by the client to it has been given. So there's always a time lag. What is the next cause then? No automatic notification except the email confirmation. So which means that once order is being punched by the corporate, there is no automatic system basis which the trigger goes to the client that they have received the order and now they can start planning for their inventory and to plan for other resources so that they can meet the delivery on time. So what's happening instead of that? An email confirmation is going on, which may got missed by persons because that email is again dependent upon the person whether he's going to look at it or not. Or let's say if email has come at some odd hours, he may tend to skip that. So which means that the real integration is not there. Okay. High time lapse between the order confirmation and capturing details in the order management tool. So this is another issue. So which means that you have received the order, email has been sent, and now that email has to be approved through the multiple channels, and then only that order can be punched into the client system. So which means that first we have received the order, which means that order itself has got delayed because we are not getting a trigger which is system based, and hence the order is getting captured on the email. Once we have received the email, then we are going to take action of punching that order in the system, and that is also going to take time because we need to get the approval within the internal management so that we can able to punch that order in the system. And what is the next reason? No system integration to capture the real-time event. So which means that once I have received the order, then there is no real-time system whether my inventory is available or not, whether my stocks are ready, or whether I need to produce or manufacture something, whether my bill of material is sufficient, whether other raw materials that are required to produce the order that are available or not. So that information is missing. And then finally, what's the reason? The process of manual order capturing the system, which can definitely have its own repercussions. So which means that we have received so many orders, but post receiving the order, we are struggling to manage the delivery. And when we diagnosed it, we found that these are some of the big challenges because of which it cannot be managed. Now, these are the high level challenges, and each of these points is going to have a detailed step which will let us know that how we are actually decoding the high level issue into the minute details. Then we can see and plan that how all those minute details can be overcome, and then we could able to manage this current problem of order being captured, but we are always having a lagging and time issue for delivering those orders to the customer. So let's just move to the next slide then. Okay, now here we are going to look at all those high level problems, and we'll go a bit deep to understand the pointers, uh, and then try to plan an action plan through which we could able to resolve all those issues. Okay, so order confirmation email is not trigger for the order capture. System-based capability is missing. So which means that first of all, if at all order is getting punched and we are receiving the order through email, and let's say it may so happen that order system has not triggered that email. So what is happening? Which means that order has been punched by the customer, but that trigger itself has not happened, and hence either the trigger, either the client is not having that clarity that order has been received, or it is fact that mail itself has been triggered but it has gone to the spam. So either of these cases, what it is going to lead to, it is going to lead to the fact that customer assumes that they have booked the order, but client is not having the clarity, or they are not clear whether they need to do anything on the order, because for them they have not received the order from the customer. Possibility or opportunity to establish real-time system integration. So this is a challenge here, because real-time integration between the customer system and order booking is not explored. So which means that there, with the technologies which are so advanced nowadays, there's always an integration between the customer in database and the client database, so that those can be integrated. And once integrated, any kind of action for the client set of activities, that can be triggered automatically, and client could have a clear clarity as to what they need to do for their customer. So which means that once corporate has booked the order, it can automatically trigger alert in the system of the client, and he can then produce the good accordingly, or take the necessary action that they have received the order and plan for the same, instead of they not having the information and they are waiting till the time they get the final confirmation from the customer. Order capturing process is manual, which means that, okay, now even if we could able to integrate the system to such an extent that we can receive the information of the order being received from the customer, yet our process itself is manual, which means that we need to punch that information in our ordering system, leading to inefficiency. So all the punching is happening, and because when we are doing all that punching in the system manually, then definitely it has to go to the loop of the approvals, and then approvals has to be done manually. So to get that approval on time, and we are spending our time just to manage the logistics of the order, rather than working to make sure that we could able to ship that order. Delayed planning and dispatch. So because of all this, what's happening that the supply chain wait for the valid customer order to act upon, and they are not having clarity, and because of which they could not able to plan their inbound inventory to meet the demand of the customer. A lot of the confusion and queries in matching the customer item and inventory item, delays in the process, and sometimes ship wrong items as well. Material planning gets delayed when order item is not available in the stock. So all these repercussions are there because we are not having system based integration, because of which the information is not flowing at ease from the corporates to the client end, so that that order can be managed in a very amicable manner and can be delivered with ease. Commitments to customer are not carefully reviewed, because if at all we are receiving the order and the visibility of order is not there, it may so happen that we have done a raw commitment to a customer, and customer assumes that they are going to get the delivery at an expected time, which cannot be managed or happen, because the delivery itself is going to get delayed because of these deficiencies. So which means that each problem that we discussed in the previous slide is having its own repercussions, and then definitely operationals, firefighting, manually follow up on missing orders, resolution on the queries, last minute adjustment to the production or the procurement. So see how it is interlinked. We have received an order from the customer. Customer assumes that that order needs to be they have confirmed the order, and they assume that the person or the client is going to process that order in the due course. This is an assumption, but he is not aware whether the information which needs to be flown from the corporate's database to the client, basis which he will start the production, is that being done or not. He assumes that everything is done and production must have been started, but information has not flown to the client, and hence there is no production planning. There is no planning of the resources, inventory mismanagement, lack of the information, manual data punching. All these leads to delay in the delivery, and definitely it has its repercussion in terms of the client raising and concerns and escalations. And because of this, client may lose the confidence in the organization, and organization may finally lose their customers. So having discussed this, let's just quickly have a look at the high level solution that is going to be provided by our consultant, Mr. G. Okay, so our consultant, Mr. G, has proposed a solution, and let's see what solution he's proposing. So he's saying that real-time order capture with zero lag. So which means the moment the order is being punched, right? After that, that order itself is okay. We have some comments. Can you just introduce what is this live about? Okay, so definitely I'll do that. But let me just complete this slide. Okay, so this is basically a situation wherein we are going to, real-time order capture with zero lag. So which means that we capture the order, and that order when captured is getting, reflected in the screen of the client. So they can have a look at the information being available, and then they can use that information to start their production planning. They can start their production planning basis the information which they receive from the clients, from the corporate or the customers, which was missing earlier. Smart order ingestion engine. So which means that our ingestion is such that it should be done through a systemic method rather than manually. We can either use some RPA based technology or some mechanism through which, instead of punching that order, we can use the APIs. If let's say when we have received all the information from the customer end, we can directly interface that information from that data into our ordering system. So we have ordering being made available in our system without actually manually punching it, because that information is flowing from the corporate data directly or customer data directly to us, and we can view that order in our system. And once we have that order information, we'll get it into the approval mechanism, and once that approval mechanism is going through and it is getting approved, we are in a position to release that order, and then we are in a position to share that final order release details to our production planning team, who can do the production planning, inventory management, make sure that goods are produced in the due course, and delivery can happen without any concerns. Manage the order prioritization and improve the logistics. So this is a very key point here, because once we receive the order, it has to be prioritized basis the customer segmentation and basis the client segmentation. Because if we have all those both segmentation being made available, we are clear that what we have to ship and on what priority. This will improve both the relationship with the customer as well as our logistics, because our logistics will be planned basis the alignment that we already have with our customers. So if you look at it, these are three solutions which is being proposed by Mr. G, our consultant. But having said that, is this three high level solution enough, or we need to further look into what exactly each solution mean to us? So definitely we have the solution being briefed and detailed so that we could able to understand what these high level solutions means. So let's just move to the next slide. So each of the high level solution has been debriefed here. So when we're talking about real time order capture with zero lag, how does this going to happen? So with system integration and automation, capture the order seamlessly, maintain a system mapping between the inventory item and the order item, trigger the material planning team immediately when order is received. So all these systemic changes will definitely help us to do the seamless integration, and we are in a position whereby we could able to manage our order and delivery on time as per the alignment and agreement with the client, uh, our customer. Smart order ingestion engine. Validate order fields automatically. So which means either through API, or we can use some macro based solution if the company is a small size and they do not want to invest on the API. But with all this information, we can upload that information directly into our database. Real-time alerts, notification, and dashboards. Because if our systems are integrated, we're in a position that we can trigger the real-time automates and real-time triggers, so that a notification is going to respective stakeholders on the real-time positioning, whether at what stage we are in the production, how whether the order has been produced or not. If order has been produced, at what time it is going to get delivered, and if delivery order is ready to be shipped, at what stage the shipping is. So all this information could be readily available once we have that kind of integration being made available. And finally, operational efficiency. So outbound automate notifications for customer get visibility. Doubts and queries and communications can be resolved without any to and fro mail communication, because those can be answered at a very quick pace basis the information that is available in the system. And then internal dashboard to monitor the process. So all this information will enable the organization to improve the operational efficiency, basis which orders can be dispatched to the customers without any delay. And then definitely it is going to a situation wherein customers themselves are happy because they have received all their orders and information well within the time, and they could able to manage their their customers can manage their customer commitment on time. So having provided this solution, let us see that how it is going to impact Mr. J, who was having the problem. Okay, so after providing the solution, Mr. J seems to be satisfied, and Mr. G is shaking hand with Mr. J. And Mr. J is saying, thanks, Mr. G, I'm clear on the solution. With this, I can manage my deliveries in appropriate manner and can avoid any kind of the customer escalations. And Mr. G is saying, yes, Mr. J, success lies in implementing the same. So please contact us, which is GJ Management Consultants, for the same. We are there to provide any kind of support, whether it is relating to the managing your ordering system, creating the roadmap for end-to-end the process flow from receipt of the order to the final delivery of the goods. And we can help the organization with all the transformation that needs to be bring in, so that order to cash process can be managed seamlessly and without any challenges. So with this, we come to the end of this session. Let's quickly move to the last slide. Okay, so Mr. J seems to be relaxed and Mr. G seems to be satisfied. So the end topic or the end movement is that order fulfillment from reactive process to strategic cash optimization decision model, which means that we need to have a system wherein we could able to manage our orders efficiently. And once we could able to manage our orders efficiently, we could able to deliver it efficiently. And once we could able to deliver it efficiently, we are in a better position to get the final AR from our customers on time. So this is how we normally approach a problem, do the deep stick and the diagnostic, and then come up with the real-time answers to all these problems. So for any business challenges, please reach out to us, write us at www.gjmanagementconsultant.com, or you can call me at my phone number in the presentation. So with this, we come to end of this session. Thanks for your patience. Thank you and goodbye.